Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. A couple of days ago, a friend of mine hit me up. I hadn't talked to him in quite a while, and he said your It's Mo Time videos are a breath of fresh air, especially during this difficult time. So I'm so happy that I've been able to touch so many people in so many different ways throughout the course of these 20 plus videos that I've done. I didn't have a clear vision as to what I wanted with the It's Mo Time, but I just wanted to be more transparent. I wanted to just provide something different to your timeline. I know I've said it before, but thank you guys so much for continuously supporting me as I continuously own in on my purpose and just continuously being a creative. I think being a creative, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't, and I'm glad that this has been an effective tool for me as I continue to fulfill my purpose that God has set for my life. So yesterday, I did a speech for some students who are graduating, and again, congratulations to any students graduating, whether you're graduating from high school, college, kindergarten, whatever you're graduating from, congratulations. College, schoolwork in general is just very hard. So to surpass that milestone, to reach that milestone is truly amazing. But I did a speech yesterday, and some of the tools and things that I spoke about, I think will be very useful for a lot of us during this difficult time, regardless if you're graduating school or you're just living your life trying to figure out what to do. I think these are some really useful tools. The first one that I expressed was to be able to accept change. So don't be afraid to accept change. Life happens all the time. Although the coronavirus in particular is not something we could have ever imagined, life does happen. And so when life happens, be able to accept change. The second thing is don't be afraid to be a pioneer. In life, there may be times where you may be that first person to do something. And although you are the first person to do it, doesn't mean that it's impossible. You can still make a huge difference. And it may be a bit challenging just because no one has particularly went down that path before or done that before, but doesn't mean again that it is impossible. You're just the first. And then my last point was accept challenge, don't be afraid to be a pioneer, and waiting is never wasted. That was the third one. Whenever you're put in life in a season where you feel like you have to wait for something to happen, so whether you're waiting for, your next job, or waiting for a paycheck, or you're waiting for a miracle, like you're in a space where you're like, nothing else could work besides a miracle. Whenever you're just in a space of waiting, it is never wasted. There's always some type of lesson, some type of metric of growth that is happening that sometimes we can't always immediately pinpoint and see, but there's something happening there, and it's not going to be a wasted moment and space in your life and time. For me in particular, and I just want to bring a brief example of my life, before I had this job, and I've expressed this before in a previous video, but before I had this job, I was jobless for a month, and jobless in meaning of career field jobless. I was not working in my career for a month. And during that month period, I learned a very useful tool that I needed for this job, but I didn't have the job yet. And I didn't understand it until after, when I finally got that new job, when I finally got the position I'd been waiting for, that I learned that what I was going through in that season of waiting was a very important element of growth that I needed for this next level. It's so interesting in life. We don't really recognize what we learned in the past, how significant it was, until we're at the next level. So when I was in that waiting season, I learned how to connect with people. I was actually a host in a restaurant, and so I learned how to invite people in, bring them smiles to their faces when they're in the restaurant, make them feel comfortable in the restaurant. I learned how to connect with people, and that was the most useful tool that I needed to be in this position now as a meteorologist when communicating severe weather or just out connecting with viewers in the community. I needed to learn how to connect with people. And if I was not exposed to that season of waiting, I would not have learned that to the degree I needed to for today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. And again, I hope this video touches you in a way that you're able to move forward throughout this upcoming week in a positive way and bring light to someone else, just as I hope I'm bringing light to you. Have a wonderful one. Bye-bye.